Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Now, I just finished watching a beloved classic, The Wizard of Oz. Yes, technically it doesn't, yes, I know the title is kind of misleading, but still, it's a beloved classic and it has witches, or a witch, technically. It does have witches, so that kind of counts as a witchy thing, I guess. But, anyways, this movie is a beloved classic, and, there's a lot of things wrong with this movie. But it is a good and classic movie about realizing what you don't have, or realizing you should not take for granted what you have, like family and realizing that sometimes there is no place like home. And, Judy Garland was a fantastic actress back in the silver age of Hollywood movies. Like, you can tell, this movie is pure silver age. Like, color was just a baby then, and like, they didn't really have CGI, which is the good thing. It was all practical effects and special effects. It's quite interesting to see how the golden age of film or movies, the golden age of Hollywood, was silent for a good portion of it, and then thus we entered the silver age. I want to say like in the 30s, which would be like sound, and then the beginning, towards the end of the silver age, towards like the bronze age of cinema or TV or movies, would be like color and so on and so forth. Now we're living in what? The Renaissance age, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of era we are living in with movies and in Hollywood, but we're living in some kind of era. But man, this movie is a classic, and if you've never watched The Wizard of Oz or heard of The Wizard of Oz, I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear about it because like, it's just one of those beloved movies that I'm pretty sure everyone knows of or knows about. because it's a piece of movie history. It's a part of pop culture history. Now, let's talk about some of the things that do not make sense. Okay, I realized as a kid watching this movie, I realized that it was just I probably blew past all the like nonsensical things that occurred in this movie. But now that I'm looking back on The Wizard of Oz, there's just some key details that do not make sense. And here are just some. One, having your house drop down on a random witch can kill. Okay. Also, what made they never truly they never say what the Wicked Witch of the East does or did to become the Wicked Witch of the East. Also, the Munchkins, when they start saying, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure she gets it. She's on the yellow brick road. She's going down that swirly yellow brick road thing that she's clearly going on. Also, there's two paths that intersect. There's a red brick road and a yellow brick road. But where does the red brick road lead? Or does that lead to the red city, the Scarlet City? They don't talk about the red brick road or what's down the red brick road or at the end of the red brick road. They just say, go down the yellow brick road. Because the yellow brick road is where the Emerald City of Oz is. Also, if the witch wanted the shoes, all she could have done was say, hey, those shoes don't belong to you, take them off. She could have just said, hey, take those shoes off, or said, hey, can you take those shoes off? Can I have those shoes? Those are my sisters. And I'm pretty sure Dorothy would have said yes. But the logic does not make sense either. Like, all that effort, all that work, just for red shoes. Red shoes. That's it. She just wanted red shoes. Okay. I think the witch has a foot fetish. Or the witches have feet fetish, or has some foot fetish. Because, okay. Also, Dorothy's like, oh, I just want to go home in time for supper. I hate that word. I hate that word. That is such a gross word. Supper? Supper is such a gross word, and I do not like that word. Even though, yes, it was a byproduct word of that era, but I prefer to use the term dinner because dinner implies you're eating at dinner time. Now, hey, is it supper time? Is it time for supper? What are we having for supper? I hate supper. I hate that word. I just hate it. That just makes my stomach turn. Just it just makes me wanna like throw up when I hear that word. Not literally, but figuratively. I hate that word. I really do hate that word. But I mean, it's okay. The special effects, no matter how bad movies were back then, it still holds up. Like, you can remaster it as many times as you want. You can update the like color schemes to fit the modern day age, and you can most likely keep it the same. Like update certain things a bit in the original, but still it will still hold up no matter what. It is amazing how well this movie holds up in like the special effects, the costume designs, and like everything else. And here we are in 2021, and this movie was made in like the late 30s, early 40s. That's crazy. That's insane. And there was no such thing as CGI. It was all special effects and all practical effects. Nothing but practical effects and special effects. The special effects was mostly like, you can see where the special effects were. Like, for example, Glenda the Good Witch of the North came into a bubble. That's all special effects. The horse changing color, which was most likely the use of multiple horses colored different colors. First starting out purple, then red, then purple, red, and yellow, I believe, was the final color. But man, this movie is ahead of its time. And also another thing I realized is Oz and its Ozlanders, or Oz and its Oz nerds, or whatever you want to call people from the land of Oz, all live in a dimension. Oz is a dimension. If you truly think about it, Oz is a dimension that only Dorothy has entered. And, you know, I wouldn't put it past Marvel or DC to incorporate Oz into the Wizard of Oz into its canon, because it is a dimension. Oz is literally a dimension, a world inside a dimension. Dorothy literally dimension hopped. She went from Earth to a whole nother to another dimension, which we don't truly know how she got to from, well, we kind of do, the tornado, but also the tornado made her pass out, I guess, apparently. I mean, there's just a lot of things wrong with the movie, but then again, there's a lot of good things from this movie, or in this movie, so yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.